since we can now freely explore the Haunted Mansion, we'll go ahead and get some stuff here. And there's plenty to do here in the Haunted Mansion at this point in the game. Except that. Well, I just hit the pig into the water, so that's all I can do. So we're going to go up here, behind this big door, is the 1,000-year-old man. So as you can see, this huge fire here that's between Tomba and the 1,000-year-old man. That's where those fire eggs come into play. They're magic eggs. Those are the eggs that are causing the spell here in the 1,000-year-old man's room. So, gotta find all the magic eggs and break them around the Haunted Mansion. So some of the eggs have the biting plant flowers, so you have to really watch your step. Pig here, trying to corner this little fella. So he said he was trying to fix the pump not too long ago, but as you saw, he got cornered by the pig. But anyway, he'll return to the village. And you will automatically walk into there to grab a small key that was way too small to see for the naked eye. Must be the tiniest key in the world. But yeah, keep that small key in mind, because we're going to need that a little later. So grab this right here. This is a large key panel. We're going to need a few of those, actually. And if you ever find yourself low on health, come over here. Because that's a little fatigue curing spa. How did they get that that spa in there? Well, I guess they could have, maybe just brought, the pieces to put it together. I was gonna say they could not. There's no way that they could have just stuffed the whole thing in there. No way. So I'm sure they had the little pieces that they could to build and put it together, and they just put it in there for some reason. Why in that room? I have no idea. But it's there. That's all I can say about that. So we come over here. Here's another large key panel. And there are actually 5 large key panels. That I remember. So we'll go into this room over here. Because over here is actually another large key panel. But I'm actually going to put the funky parasol to use here. Because this is a big bottomless pit. I'm going to take the elevator down. And there's our large key panel. I'm going to get over here, grab that, and safely glide down without having to worry about the bottomless pit. See, the funky parasol, very useful. Actually, I need to unequip it now, because that was pretty much the only place I really needed that. Where, as I said, the funky parasol is really useful for areas with bottomless pits. Particularly the mushroom forest, though. Nothing I can do here. And you saw a door with a large keyhole. That's why we're getting the large key panels for a big key. And obviously the doors with the smiley face on them. Well, that requires the laughing status in order to be able to get in there. So obviously I'm not laughing right now, so we'll have to come back for it later. Got some more eggs to break here. We're going, I You know, I really don't know why the screen fades to black sometimes whenever whenever you go along the outside of the mansion. So we got another large key panel here. It's just odd to me that they made not all the time where you turn around the mansion, but sometimes. That's what the screen fades to black. It's just rather odd. Okay, I think that should be all of the, well, yeah, I think that should be all of the eggs that I just broke. I need to go into these two rooms over here, actually, just to double check. I don't think there's some eggs in here, but nothing in here but a treasure chest. And I know what the top room is. The top room is where you get the large key, but I can't get that just yet. I need to grab the large key panel. Let me double check to see if I... Yeah, I need to find the 5th key panel. Nothing in here. I think this chest should have nothing but apples. Yeah, well, let's go ahead and grab them for the points. And I don't understand why it's not letting me turn the screen right there. It's rather odd. Oh, I remember where the last large key panel is. I remember now. But if you go to this door, that's where we use the small key. And this is where we would find the egg. So, yeah. If you come in here without breaking all the eggs, the egg would be flashing colors. But since it's not flashing, that means we broke all the other eggs, and then we can break this. Alright, now the spell from the 1,000-year-old man's room is broken. Now we just gotta go back over to him. So I remember where the... shut. I remember where the last large keyhole panel is. So I have to come back for it a little later. So for now, go back to the 1,000-year-old man's room, now that the spell is broken. Oh, did he? So yeah, now we're getting a little bit more lore as to what the evil pigs are capable of. As I stated earlier, they need gold to make their magic more powerful. And just like with the 100-year-old man, we get the 1,000-year-old key for helping them out. So he's pointing out that there is an item that we can use to get past the lava caves. But he's also giving us another event called Red Hidden Powers. We're not going to do that for quite some time. So now he's bringing up the 10,000-year-old man. Man, 10,000 years old. Or 1,000-year-old is just crazy enough, but 10,000? Good grief. Well, but then again, it is video games, so... Yeah, video games. Okay. Now that we have the 1,000-year-old key, we can start opening up the 1,000-year-old chests, which were the blue ones. Since I'm near the town hall in Bacchus Village, I'll go ahead and open the chest there. And in it is the orange evil pig bag. Actually, this is where we're at the point of the game where we'll actually start getting some evil pig bags. We're going to be getting them quite a bit, actually. Alright, so that takes care of that. So now I'm going to go back into Mushroom Forest and get what I can there. We could do the Fruits of Death quest, or event. Fruits of Death event. Get that done. And actually there's another useful item that we can get thanks to the 1,000-year-old, or actually 2 useful items that we can get since we now have the 1,000-year-old key. But first, Funky Parasol. Since we're back here in the Mushroom Forest, we gotta use it. So it would be a lot safer. So here are the Fruits of Death that he was talking about. Let's get this, extra life. Fruits of Death right there. Splat! I have to really watch my footing here. You'll basically be getting a couple of extra lives, but that's not the items I'm really trying to go for. But hey, they help. Here it is right here. Yeah, since you can't look down, it's really recommended to use the Funky Parasol in this area. So if you open this chest here, get the Mysterious Mushroom. Now, the Mysterious Mushroom can change Tomba's status between laughter and crying as many times as you want at will. So, that item and the ordinary mushrooms are very useful. So that way you can get the laughter and crying status effects and cure yourself at will, instead of having to come back here to do all that. If you open this chest right here, you get the 1,000-year-old bell. So now we can go back to the 1,000-year-old man's room in the Haunted Mansion anytime we want. So that takes care of all the Fruits of Death. I'm going to go back to... Well, actually, I could just take a shortcut with the 1,000-year-old bell. I mean, it's not so bad without the bell, since, like I said, most of the levels here aren't... Actually, yeah, the levels here aren't... They don't overstay their welcome, and they're not super long. But obviously, you can use Charity Wings to get to where you need to go in a flash. Even the bells can get you somewhere in a flash, too. So we took care of the Fruits of Death. I'm going to get that event done. And there it is. Death Fruit Juice. Yeah, that's right, baby. Actually, most of these events are just super easy to do. So our first item, we got the Charity Wings. And then the second one is Vitality Max +1. So, got that taken care of. Now it's time to head back into the Haunted Mansion. Since we now have the Mysterious Mushroom, and we can get into laughing and crying at will, there's some stuff that we can... Well, actually, I forgot to mention. Actually, I need to go back to the Phoenix Mountain. I forgot. I need to go to the lava caves to open the 1,000-year-old chest there. Now, I don't know why, but I just tend to... I would use the Charity Wings, but I'm just like one of those people that... I just want to see how many there are, you know? How many times you can get the Charity Wings in the game. It's like, I don't know why. It's just that sometimes whenever I play RPG, say like Final Fantasy VII, I tend to not use the healing items like potions unless if I really, really, really need to, you know what I mean? I know that seems kind of odd, but then again, like say like Final Fantasy VII, there are healing spells which I tend to use more so than the, you know, like the potions and all that stuff. But I don't know. That's just like I don't know. It's just something that I do. But actually, here's a laughing door right here that we can use. Use the mysterious mushroom for. Smile! Smile for the camera. You go in here, we get charity wings, and look who we have here. That's right, Jan is hiding there. Oh, Jan. Okay, now that we got that taken care of, we can use the ordinary mushroom. Heal myself up. See, yeah, so, as you can see, infinite usage. Oh, wait. Ow! That's right, I can't get over this. That stupid wind. Hey, get out of here. You have to take the plants to send me back to the start. Well, not the very start, but the start of this section. Ow, man. That's cheap right there. Get out of here. Okay, so now we just gotta go back to the lava caves. There are 2 items that we can get over here, thanks to the 1,000-year-old chest. So the first one we can get is over here. Open this, and we get the grapple. And that guy just bows out of there. Because that's what his purpose is, was just standing guard over the chest. So now we're back here in the lava caves. Open this chest right here. And get the green evil pig bag. So now we gotta find the pig that is causing the curse to the lava caves in order for us to advance. Use the 1,000-year-old bell to shortcut back to the mansion. Because I know exactly where our green evil pig is hiding. Same goes for the last large keyhole too. So I'll head over here. I'm gonna interact with the laughing door first. And look who we have here. It's the green evil pig door. And also a large keyhole, large key panel too. And that is the last of the large key panels right there. So I'm gonna grab that and head inside here. First evil pig fight. Oh, the remastered version of the evil pig fight music is phenomenal. Who am I? I'm Tomba. How did I get in? Well, I have the fire pig bag and the door revealed itself. It's a simple answer, really. No, I think I'll, put an end to you. That's what I think I'm gonna do. No, I never asked for it. I just was completely silent. And I was too late. Rat. Okay. And throw him in there, and that's it. One down. Well, a rain cloud just magically appeared and put out the fires. Alright, so one evil pig down. And as you can tell, they are actually not that difficult. Well, I guess they can be difficult if you let them. But That's honestly one of the weak points of this game, in my opinion. The boss fights, the evil pig boss fights are just so easy, in my opinion. You just gotta get them in there once and that's it. So we used the mysterious mushroom twice to get into the crying state. And here's our sad door. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wish this game would be awesome if it was completely remade. So in here we can find some cheese and some little fruit. So 200,000 adventure points. If they could completely remake those evil pig boss fights, oh, I'm sure they would have put a lot more effort into them and make them fully realized. Because as I said, most of these evil pig fights are so easy. Actually, there's a 1,000-year-old treasure chest that I can open over here. I'm going to get that taken care of. But since we now have all the large key panels, we can get the large key. But I'll get that after I open this chest over here. The stone boomerang. Very good weapon at this point. Just, it's basically stronger boomerang, that's all. Well, obviously, because it's a stone boomerang, and stones hurt compared to if you were to throw a stone at something, that would be a lot more impactful than just throwing wood. Okay, so come back down here. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's where the large key door is. Not just yet. You gotta go over here in this door. Because as I said, this is where we can get the large key. See, here's the large key right here. So now we just gotta stand underneath it. Put all 5 panels there. Even the soundtrack for whenever you go into a room in the Haunted Mansion is just so catchy. It's so fun and bouncy, too. One more panel to go. And there it is. Alright, now we got the big key. Now we can head back to that door. Bird jump scare. Just magically appeared right there. So here's our large key door. Now I actually need to re-equip the funky parasol here. Because that is a big water pool right there. So I want to equip this to be a bit more safe. If we go up here, here's a 1,000-year-old chest. And what's in there? The pink evil pig bag. So, we're now, as I said earlier, we're at the point where we're going to start collecting some of the pig bags. So that's all I can do here in the Haunted Mansion for the time being. I'll take 1,000-year-old bell as a shortcut closer to the village. Because now I'm going to have to go back to well, I want to obviously put the healing herbs back at the dwarf village real fast.